Let's turn our Bibles this morning to 1 Kings, please, and chapter 18, if you don't mind. We were going to read a few verses together. We're going to look here at a passage of Scripture that very much encourages our hearts. It speaks very much of a prophet by the name of Elijah, whom God has exercised his heart, has exercised his life, to challenge the people of God, primarily Israel, and really to try and get them back into the right pathway, and try and, with the help of God and the aid of speaking, God would speak through him, that God would use him. He finds himself in a place called Mount Carmel. I had the privilege of being in such a place a number of years ago, and many of you who have travelled the land of Israel likely have been there as well, where you'll find a large statue of Elijah, which they believe what Elijah looks like. You stand on the side of a hilltop looking down over a valley. It's a very barren place, but it sits about roughly 550 metres above sea level. But there was the place where Elijah was called. And this story in 1 Kings, this biblical story, this biblical truth in 1 Kings 18 is very much, as you know, is all about the fire of God falling. But let's read together, please, just a few verses this morning. It says in verse 17, "And it came to pass when Ahab saw Elijah, and Ahab said unto him, Art thou he that troubleth Israel? And he answered, I have not troubled Israel, but thou and thy father's house, in that ye have forsaken the commandments of the Lord, that thou hast followed Baal. Now therefore send and gather to me all Israel unto Mount Carmel, and the prophets of Baal 450, and the prophets of the groves 400, which eat at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel, and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people, and said, How long halt ye between